Welcome back to Necessary Conversations. I'm your host, Saleem Messiah. We got a special episode. I think probably the best one yet. We're at the beautiful Basketball Hall of Fame with Kiana Lowe. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. I appreciate you letting us record in here. I got Shaq jersey behind me. She got Kevin Garnett.
The great.
Is he the greatest?
You know what? Yeah.
Of all time?
And what he does, absolutely.
What does he do?
Who's getting past Kevin Garnett? Who you got on guard? Listen, Shaq's in a league of his own. That's not fair. That's
Why
not fair. That's an unfair advantage.
Celtics versus Lakers.
That's two different styles of basketball. Shaq is more, he's up guard. Kevin Garnett is gonna get down and meet you where you at.
Kevin Garnett might be actually like insane.
No, he is. No,
like,
he
he
is.
actually might be like an actual problem.
Oh, you mean mentally?
Yeah.
Um,
Him and Paul Pierce.
It's a dog-eat-dog world out here.
And
one thing I can say about the two of them, them some dogs.
I mean,
when they
he's
hit
from
that
Jersey.
court, them some dogs. Shaq know it.
I mean,
Shaq knows he know what happened when Kevin and Paul get on that court. Shaq knows what go down. He put on that Celtics jersey right behind him.
But he's seen
and let him work.
He's seen Kobe get like 2 championships from Kevin Garnett.
He seen Kobe.
And Paul Gasol was killing him.
He seen Paul.
Getting killed.
But that's not him.
It's the Lakers. It's the DNA.
It's not. You can't. That's not fair.
Why not?
That's not fair.
Because
I think we giving Shaq. I don't want to say too much credit because Shaq is Shaq.
That's
you
Shaq.
know. But Kevin's Kevin. Like Shaq's not. I don't want to say you don't fear Shaq when you get on that court. But to the other NBA players, it's like you avoid Shaq, but you're not avoiding Kevin. There's no escaping. Where do you run? You run to Paul, that's also a bad idea.
Kevin ran from LeBron. It doesn't even matter.
Okay, that's LeBron. See, now you're bringing in extra. You're bringing in extra.
I don't want to forget Sue Bird either. We got Sue Bird in the background as well.
Yeah.
But this is a great episode, and I really appreciate you letting us record here. How did you get involved in the world of sports? Did you play sports growing up?
I did. I played basketball and track for a short time because my ankles gave out on me. But my family is a big basketball family. My aunt played basketball, and this was prior to the WNBA even existed. But she broke some record like in her high school game, and we spent a lot of time coming to the Basketball Hall of Fame because of her high school career. And I just grew a love for this place and for sports in general. I'm the only girl of 5 brothers.
Wow.
So sports is everywhere, basically around me, if they can have anything to do with it. So in the beginning of my career, it was just the proximity of sports. I just wanted to be like around that competitive nature, that development nature, because one thing about sports is you're never where you end is never where you started. You know, you don't come in not knowing how to dribble and then leave not knowing how to dribble. You know what I'm saying? By the end of the season, you dribbling at least.
Sure.
Even if it's a small step, it's a step. You know, you better than you were yesterday. So that's what drew me to sports.
Yeah. Not to jump too far ahead, but you mentioned you have 5 older brothers. Where do you fit into that?
So they're not older. So I have 2 older, and then I have 3 younger.
Okay.
They're all bigger than me, though.
Okay.
So I'm the little guy.
And are all of y'all Celtics fans?
No. My brother's a Lakers fan, and it breaks my heart all the time.
He's living right then.
Oh, wow.
He's living right.
Shots fired.
He's living right. He's living right. That's
not living right in New England as a Lakers fan.
So when the finals happened, all those 3 years when it was Kobe versus Celtics, how was that dynamic? Like,
don't talk to me. That's the dynamic.
Okay. Were you good in basketball? Do you consider yourself, like, what type of game? Like, if you compare yourself to somebody, what type of game do you got?
I would never do that because I know that I am not the best. Like, even in my family, I'm like, my handles ain't nowhere near, where they are. But I think I'm a great commentator. I think I'm a good sportscaster. I'm a good coach. I could tell you that this is not where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be on this line. Like, what is you doing down there? That's me. I'm good at that. Put me on the court if you need me. Okay? If you need me.
So
I'm not your point guard. Don't do that to me.
Okay.
That's rude. But I'm here for support. I got all the defense you need.
So you're like a Bill Russell, like a player coach. Like, your brothers could be the starting five, and if they need a breather, you can go in for a couple of minutes.
Yeah. I could give him some Bill. I can give him some Bill. Yeah, I could do that.
How did you get started in the world of just working in sports? Like, what was your first gig?
My first so my first official sports gig was ESPN. And I worked there for 5.5 years. And I started there as a senior fans coordinator. And it was just, responding to fan mail, getting talent autographs, sending them back and forth to people, doing letters, working out in the community of Bristol, Connecticut. And then I got a little bit to the publicist side and more of the communication side of things. And that I got to actually meet players, be in the production, go to events, travel, put these events on, and be a part of, like, actually making this stuff happen. So I think, I want to say 2019, it was like when I fully got into sports. It wasn't actually on purpose. It was more of, I had a love for media at that time. At that time, it wasn't really sports focused that I wanted to be, or it wasn't sports driven for my career. It was more media driven. Prior to that, I had a background in radio, and I also did some production work in my undergrad for a company that did production for BET. And this was early years where I was digitizing tapes for Bobby Gospel and Rita's World and just things that are way even past my time. And just making those digital assets for what would eventually become, the computerized world that we live in today. And that's where I kind of fell in love with it, just media and telling stories visually through media. I think that's where that love came from. And then sports just it just kept finding me. It was unescapable. It was where, I couldn't get away from it. So I just leaned into it, and that's where I've been.
You talk about your first role at ESPN. I'm sure that's not something you sought out to actually do as far as sending out the fan mail and everything like that. You wanted to do more media-based. Did you ever have it in your mind of I don't know if I really want to take the job because I don't ever want to get stuck doing something I don't want to do for a crazy amount of years? I always tell people, I don't really necessarily want to work in a newsroom because they want to just put you on a newspaper for 15 years and then maybe call you up at some point, and I don't want to get stuck doing that. So did you ever have that in your mind?
Oh, the entire time. From day one, I had that in my mind, but I took the job and it was no hesitation because I knew that whatever plans they had wasn't the plans that I had for myself. ESPN, don't get me wrong, it's a great company. And I am honored to have worked there and be a part of everything that they did. But at that time, I was getting my master's. So this was a step on my journey. This wasn't my end goal. I never looked at it as that. You don't have to give me the promotion. You don't have to give me the title. But I know the work I'm going to do. I know the positions I'm going to put myself in to learn from production, even if I'm not on their team. I know if I'm not on their team, I can help you carry a camera. I can stand behind you while you're doing an interview. I can sit behind the screens while you're recording. I can learn from those things.
Right.
And that's the same thing, I guess, with my love of basketball. I'm not Dr. J.
Yeah.
Okay? I am not LeBron.
Yeah.
I'm not Kobe.
Yeah.
I'm not Michael. I'm not Shaq. I'm not Kevin.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what I can do. I can watch every game they play and learn and tell you exactly how they did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, my ability to learn and grow doesn't come from what somebody else gives me.
Right. Right.
So
right.
you can give me the low title. I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to work that up.
Okay. Okay. How long did it take you to, like, did you get the ESPN gig straight out of college type of thing, or did it take some time, or?
No, it wasn't straight out of college. I got ESPN, I want to say, like, it wasn't that far, though. But it was like 2 or 3 years out of college. So the production company that I worked with, that worked for BET, I did that through an internship when I went to Westfield State. I did kind of I don't want to say a transfer program. So we did this program with was called the Washington Center, where they basically take students from schools all over the country, and even like Mexico, Colombia, and they put us all in this building in Washington, D.C. in these apartments.
Yeah.
And you find yourself an internship while you're there. You take one class at night, but for the most part, you go to like work every day at that internship. And that internship was that production company. And one of the things that I learned there was I was doing small work, like digitizing film, having to watch it over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I was sitting there like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
This is a waste of my time.
Yeah.
What am I going to get out of this? Access.
Yeah.
That's what I got
sure.
out of it, you know? I got to see how their production company works. I got to see how they value and what kind of values that they do put on their talent, of the people that they do hire, or the people that they do put in front of TV, or the people that they do promote.
Yeah.
I got to see what that looks like. I wasn't doing the biggest job there, you know, but I got the small things are what makes the job big. And once you learn what those small things are, it's easy for you to put the pieces together.
Yeah.
So I didn't get ESPN right away. I worked for a nonprofit for a little bit after, you know, when I came back from Washington, D.C. And I built my resume.
Yeah.
I found a job where I was like, okay, I know what I want to do now, or where I want to be.
Yeah.
Now I need to figure out not if I'm capable of that work, but how do I gain those skills to be able to do that job? So while I was working at the nonprofit, I was also working at Westfield State in their diversity inclusion department at night, you know, planning events, promoting those events, marketing those events, and just building up my marketing and communication skills. I also worked with like their step team. There's like some kind of athletic like coaching ability there. I just really focused on building up the skills that I knew that job needed, or that I knew could be valuable in that job.
Yeah.
And then it was everyone like, how'd you get a job at ESPN? How'd you get a job at ESPN?
Yeah.
I applied. That was it.
Yeah.
Just showed up with that resume, built. You know what I'm saying? It's not made. That was built. I worked on that. You know, I worked on, you know, figuring out, just looking up job descriptions that I'm not qualified for. Okay, I need to get experience here.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to get experience here. Okay, I need to start doing this.
Yeah.
And even if it's not a job, okay, I'll be your intern.
Yeah.
I'll intern anywhere. Just tell me what to do, and I'm going to do it.
Right.
And even if it's not something that I'm supposed to do, I'm taking that knowledge back with me. That's something that I could put on my resume and take with me. And I think ESPN wasn't for me, it wasn't in my mind like, how could you get a job at ESPN?
Yeah.
In my mind, it was like, why wouldn't they give me a job?
Yeah. Right.
You know,
Right. Yeah.
even if it's not the biggest job, why not?
Yeah.
That resume is built with everything that you said on this job description that you need.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
What is the biggest thing you learned when you got to like ESPN? Like, whoa, I didn't expect this, or I didn't expect that.
The biggest thing I learned was people are just people. And that goes from your favorite celebrity
Yeah.
down to the janitor. Everybody is a person first. All this other stuff comes after. Work is work. you see people on the TV screen and you're like, oh, this could be such a fun job. They get to go on camera every day. They have a great time. They get to do this. But you don't see when they're at that desk at 7 o'clock at night trying to put on interview questions or plan out on SportsCenter what they're going to say and how they're going to break down each highlight in 30 seconds before it's the next highlight up. Like, it's work.
Yeah.
And if you're not coming to do that, then you're going to have a hard time anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was big. And even the biggest got to work. You know what I'm saying? There's no, when you get to places like that, nobody's just given that.
Yeah.
You know, it takes everybody that you see in these positions that you eventually want to be in one day, know that it took work for them to get there. Sometimes, rarely, it may be handed. It may be a lot of nepotism. It may be, and that's just the way things work.
Yeah.
But you can't outwork nepotism.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But that doesn't have to be your competitor either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That may be their lane. That may be what was meant for them. And what's meant for somebody else is meant for somebody else. You can't want it and assume that that's going to come to you because you want it.
For sure.
You got to get your own lane. You got to carve it out the way it's going to work for you. And I think being around so many people that got to this place, this huge place, and just ESPN and Disney as a whole, you get access. And when you have that access, you're like, oh, these are just people. Yeah. Everybody had to work to get here. You know, nepotism, even that, it doesn't come without its struggles and its hardship.
Definitely. What, like, when you think about media, like, it's so many different parts of it. Like, it's the recording part, it's video, audio, it's editing. What made you want to go more towards, like, the PR side? Like, did you know that you wanted to do that in college? Or what got you into that exactly?
Actually, I didn't want to do the PR side.
No?
I wanted to do radio.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wanted to do radio. When I was in high school, this professor Nick McBride from UMass, he came with a group of students from his communications class, and they took us to Washington, D.C., and we got to see the Capitol, and they took us to NPR, and they took us to all different, I think we went to, I'm not sure if I went with them or if I went while I was in school, but to Google. But when we went to NPR, and I was just in there just watching, like, how radio worked. And at that time, radio wasn't a thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There was no podcast. Yeah. You know, we didn't have, there was YouTube, but YouTube wasn't, it wasn't this. It ain't Google's YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And it was just, I was like, oh, this is how people get their information. This is how, and even if not get their information, this is how people learn how to interact. Like, I'm one of those kids, like, my favorite show growing up, and I don't know how, what, A Different World. Really? I love A Different World.
So you're excited about the reboot?
I No? I'll see. Okay. I'll see.
It's like I like one of those shows that, like, you can't really touch.
Because if you mess that up, you're messing up a dynasty.
They're bringing back a lot of the old characters.
They are, and they have a lot of people that were involved in the past being involved again. So I'm hoping that it's going to look like that. But that's how people. And even that, I'm like, oh, you telling me I can leave my hometown for free? For free. I mean, it's not for free. I got to pay that money back. But
says who?
You right.
Says who?
You right.
They gotta get it back in blood.
Now not gonna come get me. I'm just kidding, guys. I'll get you your money.
I'm not.
He got mine. It's in the mail. I think once, like, that kind of, that just showed, like, I feel like media, TV, like, back then was how I figured out, because your girl was poor. You hear me? Like, I was one of 6, raised to, a single mom, so my mom worked all the time. And I started working at 13 as soon as I possibly could. And my brother's the same. So when you see, like, oh, this don't have to be my life. Yeah. Oh, I ain't got to do this. There's other options. Yeah. You telling me I could travel? Yeah. You telling me I can get in that plane That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
So you telling me I could be in the sky?
Yeah.
You telling me I can go to Washington, D.C.?
Yeah.
You telling me I can go to Paris? This don't make, like, nah, this don't sound right.
Yeah.
This sounds like opportunities that people that don't look like me get.
For sure.
And when you see what's possible and you're like, oh, bet.
Yeah.
I'm going to see you.
Yeah.
I'm going to see you. And when I seen stuff like that, I'm like, this stuff is all obtainable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to take some work and they're not going to hand it to you.
Yeah.
They're going to make it. The more you want it, the harder it's going to be to get.
Yeah.
But is you going to let them take it?
For sure.
And that's how I seen it. And it even not even take it. Are you going to
earn it?
Are you going to earn it?
Yeah.
Or are you going to let your mental capacity right now, because it can grow, you're going to let your mental capacity convince you that you aren't worthy of it or that you don't deserve it.
Imposter syndrome, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, I realized that it was imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
And I realized that once I got to those big places, I'm like, oh no, this is ESPN, but Key got herself here. You know what I'm saying? Like I did that.
Definitely.
I did that on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And once you realize, like, oh, okay, they're not gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
They're not gonna hand it to you. But once you do what you got to do, they can't deny it.
Definitely.
They can't deny you it.
Yeah. Did you ever like sit there at ESPN and like, yo, that was just, whoa, that's like, whoa, I see him on TV growing, like, whoa, is it, like, do you have the chances to do that, or everybody there is kind of like,
You know what?
person?
Yes, that happened to me one time.
Really?
Yes, that happened to me one time, and I was literally, and it wasn't like, it was, and her name is escaping me right now. You got to cut this part out. Jamel Hill.
Really?
It was Jamel Hill. I seen her at the ESPYs, I think it was, I can't remember whether it was Saturday, that weekend before or the weekend after, but they usually have those like coinciding around times.
Yeah.
But I seen Jamel Hill, and I went up to one of my coworkers because like we were working on like the production. It was Sports Humanitarian Awards.
Okay.
We were working like on the production sides, and the internet was horrible out in New York, and we just couldn't figure it out. So I had just got done getting yelled at about something that had absolutely nothing to do with me. So I'm like, KJ, I need your help. And she's talking to Jamel because they know each other.
Yeah.
And I like run up to her, and then I look, I'm like, oh shoot, that's Jamel Hill.
Yeah.
And at that time, she wasn't even at ESPN. Like,
Really?
the people that were at ESPN, like, I'd see them in the cafeteria or, like, walking around, or Jalen Rose is in the You know,
Yeah.
they're going to get a latte.
Yeah.
We got a meeting in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're in those kind of environments, you're like, oh, shoot, they just people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they going to get dressed when they got to go on screen,
Yeah.
then put in a full suit. But when they over there writing their reports or, you know, sitting at the desk doing their research, they got on clothes just like me. You know what I'm saying? They need lunch just like me. They need coffee just like me, trying to stay awake.
Yeah.
But I think Jamel Hill's one. Did y'all know her eyes were green? I did not know that.
Are they?
Yes. And then KJ's looking at me. I'm looking at her, and I'm like, I don't know. I can't talk right now because I'm staring at her eyes. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
And I said that, and I didn't mean to say it, but it's like, I was like, oh,
You actually
I am
said it?
staring.
Yeah.
I said it. But I am a big fan of Jamel Hill just because of not only what she's done for like ESPN, but just her bringing all of her to ESPN was a different kind of that place was a different breed of space with her. Like back when it was Stuart Scott, Jamel Hill, what's his name, Mike. What is his
Starts
name?
with a G, right? Last name starts with a G?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
so. He was like married to Cynthia Bailey.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name, but
I know
like,
who you're talking about.
yeah,
Is it
like
Mike Green, is it?
No,
No?
it's like I think it was like him and his and hers. I don't remember his name exactly, but
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him though, for real. I don't know. I don't, and I'm sorry because he's that guy.
Yeah.
He really is that guy.
Yeah.
And it's just escaping me right now. But that was really a time where I was watching sports, and it was like, this was pre-shut up and dribble,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But I was watching sports, and I was like, oh, she got a little twang when she talked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not... A lot of the times when we seen those people, they were putting on a persona. And for me, watching her on ESPN was the first time I seen.
Like that's really who you are.
You gonna get what I got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be me on this show. I'm going to be me on this network.
Yeah.
And if it's not me that you want to hire, then don't hire me.
Yeah, that's definitely her.
Exactly. And then so when I seen her, I was like, oh, her eyes are green. What was I thinking again?
Did she say something when you said that?
She was like, yeah. And we had on like an exact, almost similar dress, and we took a picture. And her dress was black, my dress was pink, but it was exactly the same. And I was like, I wore almost the same kind of dress as Jemele Hill. Nobody could tell me nothing. Okay,
I probably shop at the same place.
I can't afford that place. We do not. I would never do that to her.
I would never do that. Like you said, she's a person. She probably could shop at the same place.
You know what?
Save money.
You're right. You are absolutely right.
Same place.
And if she ever wants to go to that place again, I will be there.
Just call you.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
When you sit there and you like look at the space of media versus like when you mentioned, you know, Jemele Hill era and everything versus now, what are like the biggest differences you see? Because I mean, like the podcast game is big. Everything is a lot different. What's some of the biggest changes you see?
Do you mean like in terms of sports media in general?
And just media in general.
In media in general. I definitely noticed the podcasting industry becoming huge. One of the things, and we've seen it a long time ago, of especially from the radio standpoint, and me eventually starting out wanting to do radio. And one of the things that professor did was he took me to a radio station and just let me watch, you know, as they were going on air and watching the monitors go up and down and pressing the buttons and playing the clap sounds and the audience sounds, watching that. It expanded the industry in terms of knowing what's possible, and I think podcasts and the way the media has evolved is like stemming from that, but also killing it in the process, because, you know, radio isn't prevalent like it used to be anymore, and it's not our main source of media like it used to be. Like I used to love being able to, my mom didn't have a car, but being able to get into somebody's car and hear the music that everybody else was hearing. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brothers, we use the CDs that we got from, you know, whatever community gift giving was given out to us, and that's the music we bumped to because that's what we had access to. But having the radio, you know, you can listen to that radio and you can go to school and the kids there are also listening to the same thing. The parents are also listening to the little news breaks in between. They're all getting that same kind of information. With podcasts, it's opened the door up so huge to not only are you not, everyone's not getting the same kind of information, but you can tailor that information to what you want. And that's what the media industry looks like today. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I do know it's expanded in a way that no one could predict it.
Yeah, like even, you know, shows like, I remember going to school a lot, and the bus driver was, well, the bus driver was white, but the bus aide was black, and I guess she forced her to play Steve Harvey Morning Show every morning. And I'm listening to the Cheryl's Letter and Nephew Tommy jokes and everything. I'm listening to this every morning, and now we have things like something close to like The Breakfast Club, and they're even on Netflix as a podcast now, which is crazy. So it's definitely changed. Besides Jemele Hill, was there anybody else that like kind of inspired you in the space of like, okay, you're a black woman and you're here, that like I see that it's attainable now?
Yes. And it's wild. Not there. Not at ESPN.
Right.
Sheila Johnson.
I'm not even sure that.
Sheila Johnson is the wife of the original owner of BT.
Okay.
And she is actually on the board of the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Really?
I haven't like actually talked to her, but I've seen her. Like I'm one of those people. I don't need to be in the front. I don't need to be. I'm not I'm actually like, I don't like taking pictures. Like, I put me in the background.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Put me in the back. I'm going to watch and I'm going to learn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I've seen her just walking around here and what she has built outside of BET, outside of her husband, what she has built as a legacy and an imprint on the entertainment, the sports industry, black business as a whole, and how she handles that.
Yeah.
She's one of the people that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch everything you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and it don't always look public faces, but those are the people I look for.
Yeah.
It doesn't always, it's not, once you see that those people on the TV are people, you're like, oh, these are people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but when I like people that, I need something from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, meeting you is cool. Maybe I'll get a picture.
Yeah.
But if I walk the way with, you know, I ain't got no lessons, you ain't teach me nothing, I ain't get nothing from this, you just
put it on Instagram. I met him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay. No thanks.
Definitely. Yeah.
You know, but no, actually I need to be better about that though. Like, actually, just for the purposes so that they know that they met me.
Yeah.
Even though because I'm probably one of a million of the people that they meet. But I think my thing is, can I learn from you?
Definitely. Yeah.
You got more than give just celebrity, because they working at places like ESPN, or even the internship when I was, you know, interning for the production company that worked for ESPN. You meet people and you're like, you're not nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're a great personality, but you're not a good person. Like, you're not a good person. And if we ain't having these clothes, we'd have a different conversation.
Yeah.
And that's when you're like, oh, just people.
Yeah.
Just people. And then you meet people and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the best person.
Yeah.
Like Shaq, he's the best person.
Yeah.
Like, he's a person, like, you're like, oh my. Like, can I show you I don't have grandkids, but if I did, could you kiss my grandbaby?
Yeah.
Like,
and he
you
would.
know, and he would.
And he would.
And that grandbaby would be blessed forever.
Yeah.
You know?
Have you ever been around Kevin Garnett?
I have not.
No, I just want to know if he really said Lord like that. Like, I really just want to know if he, Lord, listen, Lord. Like, that's all I want to know. Like, is that really him? Like, I just really want to know.
You know
like, is
what?
that really him? Like, did he really say that about that man's wife, about them Cheerios? I really just want to know. He probably won't tell me that. I probably got to wait.
I disagree. I think he would absolutely tell you that.
But he going to tell me no. He going to say,
I don't think he would. If he did, I don't think he would.
I just need to know if he really say Lord. Like, do he really, Lord, what's up, Lord? Like, I just want to know, is that really him? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Like, even on the podcast with him and Paul, like, I've seen it, and I'm like, this is. But you know what? That be people twang. Like, you know, that be.
Yeah.
It's a. I think he's authentically himself, and I think, like you said, it might be good or bad.
Yeah.
But he's authentically himself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, he might tell you.
Yeah.
He might.
I just got to hit that
If
one
he said
time.
it, he might have been like, yeah, I was tripping that day. I ain't gonna hold you. You know, I'm like, it was a day.
Yeah.
It
He
was
might
a
say
day.
exactly that, too.
Yeah, it was a day.
Yeah,
A day was had.
Yeah,
And,
that's it.
you know, and
That's
that
it.
happens.
Yeah.
Because once again, people are people. But there's some people you're like, oh, you had a day. And there's some people it's just like, every day's a day for you.
Yeah. Every day's a day.
Every day's a day for you.
Yeah.
You only got so many days left with me for this to be your day. You know? that's how I be feeling.
Definitely.
But for the most part, I think he's himself.
Yeah.
I think and I think a lot of people are, but there's also a lot of people that aren't. And when you meet people, whether they're a celebrity, whether they're a person, that's what you got to figure out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are you, or are you a you think you're supposed to be?
Yeah.
And if you're a you think you're supposed to be, I can't learn nothing from you because you don't know who you are.
Yeah.
You know what you think you're supposed to be.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you ain't got nothing to give me.
Yeah.
Ain't no reason for us to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Hello. Goodbye.
Come on. It's a couple of people I do want to meet in this space. I want to somebody who I think is criminally underrated is Arsenio Hall. I think he's criminally underrated.
I don't think he's underrated.
You don't like nobody. I don't think we talk enough about his show. Like,
Oh no! But I think Arsenio went out the way Arsenio wanted to go out. I think when I see people in media that come from, that was such a troubled time to have that though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what he did with that show was unprecedented.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of comedy, in terms of music, in terms of sports, in terms of him again. This is who I am. This is what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Also, this is who my people is. This is what you're gonna get, and I'm gonna bring them all.
Definitely.
I'm gonna bring them all, good, bad. They might be doing backflips in here on the stage. They might be singing, and they can't sing.
Yeah.
But I guess
sing.
where they gonna be here?
Yeah.
You know, and he brought all of that. I think that was such a different time.
Yeah.
I think he deserved to go and do whatever he's doing right now. We know him.
So you know him and you know what he contributed. But like people that aren't necessarily in the media world, but they consume media, I don't think he gets his proper. Like most people probably think of him just as an actor. Yeah. Like, yo, you were the guy that wasn't coming to America. Yeah. They have no idea that he bought on Magic Johnson the day he announced he got on 8. Like people don't know that. So
Arsenio, especially in the sports world, like of what he's done and how. Like, think about those, like, they weren't going to, what's that guy, Larry?
Oh, Larry Brown or Larry O'Brien, is it?
I don't know who it was. It was somebody named Larry had a show. But Magic wasn't going there.
Yeah.
And if so, Magic had to say certain things. Magic had to look a certain way. Magic had to do a certain, you know what I'm saying? Magic showed up to Arsenio. Yeah, he got dressed, but Magic showed up to Arsenio and could...
Yeah, just sit back
and tell
the truth. Yeah.
That feels different.
Definitely.
Being in those spaces, and that's one thing I have learned in media, being in those spaces where you can exhale and you don't have to be a face. You don't have to sound like you think somebody wants you to sound. You can be authentically yourself and come there with your person and your thoughts and know that brings value. That's important. And Arsenio gave people the opportunity to do that. And no, they may not see it. They may not see it. They may never see it. And I think it's a lot to, you know, what the world and media has become nowadays. But also, I don't think they need to see it. I don't think they need to because we see it. The people that got to enjoy that, the people that know that, even the people and the celebrities that benefit off of that, they got Arsenio. They make sure he's covered. Like Magic, you're not probably ever going to hear him say a bad word about him. In the circles that he needs to be in, he's in. But also, I think that time came with so much scrutiny of his show, and they kept calling it ghetto and this, and they said this about him, and he can't talk, or he talked too fast, and all of this. Give him this time. He don't need your celebration now because he did what he did back. It's not that he doesn't need it. But if you don't give it to him, he's okay.
He's fine,
he's not tripping about it. And I think he earned the right to be authentically himself and unbothered right now with all that he gave to media.
Definitely. Somebody else I think is criminally underrated is Ryan Clark. I think he asks questions like just the way he asks questions is kind of like an art.
Listen, so I think Ryan Clark was on ESPN for a small stint. If I'm correct. I could be wrong about this, and if I am, please take this out. But I think he was in his podcast, The Pivot. As a publicist, even at ESPN, I pitched his show so many times because I just think their story of coming from NFL players in this and coming off of that area of shut up and drivel. And you know, they were NFL players, but coming off of that of just play sports and you don't have you can't talk or you're not in or you shouldn't be allowed to, and them coming with that podcast of not only sports but talking about each other as human beings and outside of that, and like, oh shoot, he played sports, but that came with a degree. You know what I'm saying? Like that, nobody gave him a handout to go play for the NFL and do what they did. Like, nobody was like, hey, let me get up and wake you up at 4 a.m. every morning so you can go. Like, that takes a lot of of me work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about me work like just mentally, just physically. Of hyping me up is a full-time job. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hyping yourself up and being your own cheerleader is a full-time job.
For sure.
Because you have the whole world also working full-time to tear you down.
Yeah.
And you have to remember that. And what they do with that podcast of just bringing and showing people authentically, especially Ryan, and he touches on points where it's like, I ain't even know homeboy was feeling that way. You know what I'm saying? And now he got me out here breaking down my inner feelings, and we all got to go to therapy.
And
I'm in therapy. We got so many questions. You know, but
sure.
I think he has that podcast has grown so much, and they have gotten smarter. They have gotten deeper. And I appreciate the way that podcast led the conversation about Black mental health in men. As someone with a lot of brothers, I think about that often and daily, especially for my younger brothers. That podcast opened up the conversations in so many ways, especially when it comes to like men and Black men and their mental health, and them considering that in the way that they not only talk to themselves, but in the way they go to work, in the way they show up to their mom, in the way they show up to their daughter, in the way they show up to their sons, in the way they show up in the world. I think they made sports, I don't think they made sports cool, because sports is sports, but I think they opened
the life outside of sports.
Not the life inside of it. You know what I'm saying? You see the person inside of it. You see right now when you go look at an NFL game, you see them put on that suit and their helmets and go out there, and they are a player on a team. Inside, half of them are mentally traumatized. You know what I'm saying? Going through X, Y, Z, and you're like, oh shoot. Like you never heard them talk about it until you got in there, and you're like, oh, actually, you heard a grown man, NFL player, Super Bowl winner talking about having a bad day. Like mentally having a bad day. And that's crazy, because when you having a bad day in sports, go work out some more. Go practice some more. Go get on the field. Go get you a new trainer. When you having a bad day mentally, that's you coaching you. That's me work that nobody can do for you. That's stuff that you got to show up for.
For sure.
And I think that has been fundamental in Black men learning that work shows up in all areas of your life.
Yeah, for sure. The way he asks questions to me sometimes, I just be like, dog, you kind of ridiculous. Like, how did you act? Like, he'll...
No, I get it. But that's what I be wanting to ask him, like, who is your therapist? Because, like, and do they do training? Because think about the kind of mind you have to have, because a lot of the questions, like, as someone that's worked in media, it's like you have an interview, you prepare your questions. But the thing about a journalist is they can prepare all the questions they want. As you talk, there'll be more, and asking those in a way that people not only understand it but get something from it is hard. I produced a podcast for ESPN. It was called the Prod Pod, and it was me and my friend and coworker John McLeod, who still works at ESPN in production. And we started this podcast, and we interviewed L.J. Harris, Michael Eaves. We got to talk to Arda Okel, and it was just like us talking to people and asking them about, how they got here and what they, their story. And I got to see how hard it was to like prepare those questions, because you don't want to talk about stuff that everybody knows, but you also, you want to make sure they're leaving something with here. That podcast it's not radio, so not everybody has access to it. They got to choose you. You know what I'm saying? They got to choose your content, your questions. You know what I'm saying? And Ryan does an incredible job of just knowing what to ask, or asking those right questions is going to get the right answers. And that's journalism.
I'll be thinking personally, like, I think they have different web browsers than everybody else, because they'll say a question and then the person will be like, you do your research, man, how you know that? And you'll go look it up and you'll be like, So you didn't use Google. Are you using Firefox? Like
No.
Where do you get
It's research. Now, there's a difference between Googling and what these people do is research.
Yeah.
They have databases.
Okay.
They have, journalism comes with a lot of research that you don't see. Like, you don't, that's, again, you see the Sports Center anchors behind it, but you don't see when they're doing all the research to figure out if your seventh great grandfather had a son that looks exactly like you from 2 or 3 years ago, or they're at the courthouse in legal documents trying to figure out if you're going and getting signed to your next contract, or if, you know what I'm saying? It's the research you can't Google.
Yeah.
That's what makes journalism, and not everybody can do that. I know it's, and we live in a world right now where everybody tries, especially in the podcasting world.
Yeah.
But there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? That I don't even know what Ryan studied in.
He studied journalism at LSU.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like this is.
But you can tell, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not somebody who just wrote down some questions. They put in work. They went to that Google. You can't Google.
Yes. Like,
you know?
Yes. They really have meetings and everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Another dude I like is I think they're cousins. They say they're cousins. I don't know if they're cousins. Marcus Spears.
Marcus.
Swaggo.
Oh yeah, Marcus Spears. Yeah, he is. I've actually. He probably doesn't. He's. Like, I've seen him, like, interact with people, and he's, like, just a goofy, like, himself all the time. He's, like, one of those people, and it shows up on TV where he's like, actually, this is a serious conversation, but I got a joke. So, knock, knock.
He's super funny.
Yeah.
So you mentioned, like, how you like to stand in the background, you don't really like to be in the front, but you like radio. I'm kind of like the same in the sense of, like, I don't really like talking to people. Like, I'm kind of shy.
Yeah, me too.
But then when I get on camera, it's a different person.
No, so see, like, I can do that here. Like, this here I can do.
Right.
Because the camera is just there. There's not, like, a studio or, like, a production team around you.
I've never been around that. I might be scared for that.
Yeah, it's a different beast. It's a different beast when you're in that studio.
Yeah.
I like, and also this is helping me.
Okay.
Reminds me a lot of radio, where I can, the camera's over there, but it's not directly like in our face.
Yeah.
And I think with the radio, I let my thoughts and my words be the content. It's not like the presentation of it all.
Yeah.
So that's why I liked radio. So, like, for a lot of, like, my younger years, I was a tomboy. So, like, being a person and getting dressed and having to look a certain way is just annoying to me. Like, it's just
definitely.
Like, no, like, when don't get me wrong, like, I'll get dressed when I want to, but I don't know if doing that every day is something that I would want to do.
Yeah.
Or, like, so when I was at ESPN, when we did the podcast, it started off as just an audio podcast, and it was great. In the second season, we went to audio and video, and I was like, like, what's gonna happen when my box braids grow out? Like, it's like, y'all don't need to be in that kind of business. Like, what me and my edges do is between us. But we're in a world where people not only, but tend to believe what they see more than just what they hear. And they need both the visual and the audio to be able to, I guess, trust in the content. Right. So if I have to, I will. But I don't even know how to say, like, you know how you take a picture and you're just like, I'm one of those people where I could take 1,000 pictures and they just won't come out right. And you're like, why can't you be? Yeah. And I can't answer that. Yeah. I don't know. It just doesn't work. I'm not photogenic at all. Like, as you put me, like, if you take a picture of me, just take it and go, because that's probably the best you're gonna get. And if I try to give you better, it's gonna get worse. Yeah. So
my mom used to get mad at me because, like, I can't, especially in my school pictures, like, I can't just naturally smile. Well, I can. I just don't think it look right. So, because I would have to, like, try to make myself laugh to get this right smile, or otherwise you're just gonna get a blank face. So
You're such a guy.
Yeah,
That's such a guy response.
I don't know how to smile right. Like I don't know. Well, I know how to smile. Like I can smile, but I
But
don't
only
think it
if
look
you
right.
genuinely
So,
like you can. Yeah,
So
you
I have
can't
to
make yourself smile.
Yeah, I have to laugh
Yeah.
in order to get the smile right. It's just from my mom. It's my mom's fault.
Listen. So I have a friend, right?
Right.
And she does a lot of work, like public facing, and she works for like a big company.
Yeah.
And she does this thing, and I try it like every time I have to take a picture now. It's like she'll sit there and she'll be like. Like she'll laugh to herself because if not, it'll look like a forced smile.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, you tell me I don't have to do this?"
Yeah, that I have to fake laugh.
Yeah.
And hope you get the right laugh.
And hope you get the right one.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
that's it. That's just the name of the game. You're doing it right.
I hope.
You're doing it right.
Because it's a lot of pictures that I've.
And those, you just gotta count it all joy. Okay.
Yeah.
You just gotta eat. You gotta take that L on the chin. You be like, you know what? That was a nice shirt though.
But she's not. My mom's not in it for the shirt. She wants to smile so she can go to work and show all these people.
I hear you.
And I don't know what she wants me to do.
And to her, I'm sorry. Put him on a nice shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like she just gotta choose. Like my grandmother was like a church lady, but she knew how to give you a compliment that would make you rethink your life. Like she was like the type of person like that baby got some nice shoes. Like have you ever seen like what's that? Was it a Tyler Perry movie? I don't remember the movie, but I think it was. And she brought the baby up to Medea, and she was like, "Ain't my baby cute, Medea?" Medea was like, "Them some nice shoes." The baby got some nice shoes.
Yeah.
Well-rounded feet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do that to myself.
Yeah.
And sometimes that cheese was off.
Yeah.
You know, I got distracted. Maybe this eye is going this way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But guess what? The shoes were on
They were
point.
good.
They were good. I'm
That's all
going to
that
find
matters.
me a 1. If it wasn't the shoes, it was the shirt. If it wasn't the shirt, it was the pants.
That's it.
And I'm going to be like, "Mom, you know what?
Yeah.
Show all of your friends this shirt."
The shirt.
This shirt, because I wore the hell out that one. Got him.
It's about the picture. You're talking about just the shirt.
The shirt's in the picture. We were there together. That's a team.
That's a team. That's
teamwork.
That's a team. When it comes to working at the Basketball Hall of Fame, you mentioned producing podcasts and planning events at Westfield State, right? Westfield State. What is your most proudest like event you put on or put together or was a part of that you just like look back and sometimes be like, you know, you did that. That was good.
Here at the Hall of Fame, I think the biggest one was kind of like a two different events, but they were both here at the Hall of Fame, and one was World Basketball Day, which is annually every year on December 21st. And this year we worked with the NBA. They provided Hall of Fame coaches to come here, and we provided a free clinic to like the community organizations in Springfield. And it was a free clinic. We had Michael Carter Williams come.
Okay.
Yeah, and he helped. Like he was in the trenches with these kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, please don't get hurt on our watch. Please don't get hurt on our watch. Please don't get hurt on our watch. But I think that was my favorite event. One, because the community groups that we brought here. I'm from the Springfield community. This place is my home.
Yeah.
My family has been running in and out here, you know, all of my life. This is my home because, like, my grandfather came here to escape the chain gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ran from the chain gang to come up here and build a life for my grandmother and her 14 kids, you know? So this place has, like, been everything to me. And being able to work here at the Basketball Hall of Fame, and then, you know, with my family's history in basketball and with basketball, I think giving those organizations and those kids that I used to be in their positions at the YMCA or, you know, just trying to get myself out of a poverty situation, providing an opportunity like that for kids to be able to come and interact with basketball players, Hall of Famer and Hall of Fame coaches, it meant a lot to me to have that opportunity be given. I don't even want to say given, but to be able to participate in that with these kids and them seeing the, just the joy in their faces, that meant a lot to me. And another part of your question is we worked with Make-A-Wish Foundation, and we brought 4 kids here to the Basketball Hall of Fame, and they had a whole their experience at the Make-A-Wish Foundation as well as the Hall of Fame, and even the Celtics organizations helped a lot with putting that together. So we had them here actually in this room. We had food. They got to tour the museum. They had some exclusive, they got to walk around with Shaq's shoes. And just and it's huge. But they were just so happy, and these kids have been through so much, but you couldn't tell. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't tell. They don't wear it. You know what I'm saying? They don't wear their trauma, and I think they got all exclusive merch from the Celtics. They got to meet Jason Tatum. They got to meet Jaylen Brown. They got black police escorts from here all the way to Boston to the stadium. So uninterrupted.
That's a long police escort.
And they got all them and their families, because most of them are not from I think only 2 are from this area. Them and their families got all expense paid flights to come here. And they were just, I love doing things where people get something from, and it doesn't actually have to be something of monetary value, but if you're not learning, an experience is great. For sure. But if you don't take something from that experience,
it's pointless.
It's a memory. So I think those 2 events were huge here, and that, of course, Enshrinement Weekend, that's the big Don Dada, but. I've only been to 1 working here at the Basketball Hall of Fame, and then as a Springfield native, I've just been able to stand outside on the red carpets when I was younger and see that happen. But now it's being a part of the Enshrinement Weekend and help putting this kind of this big thing, this big thing, and not only to Springfield into the Hall of Fame, but what Enshrinement Weekend means to the world. We get mail and requests from people in China, literally, and they'll fly here just to come and see some of the artifacts that we have here in the Hall of Fame, because basketball is the most popular sport in the world. It's not. Granted, we have football here, but football is here. You know what I'm saying? The NFL ain't in China.
They trying, but
they can't get it done. Basketball spread almost overnight. James Naismith made it, and then 2 months later, there was 4 different kind of games and systems. There was the women's games, there was the Harlem Globetrotters and the black game, and there was the actual basketball game, and then there was, it just broke out so fast, and I think. Why I love working here is because basketball is just so global. It's so translatable. You know what I'm saying? It's different than a language. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you could do. You know what I'm saying? It's you can tell somebody it, but you don't understand it until you bouncing that ball feels different. You know what I'm saying? But Enshrinement Weekend is just such a huge event for basketball itself. I think that bringing all of these Hall of Famers together, it's almost kind of like a college class reunion. You know what I'm saying? It's Jordan's class, Shaq's class. These are all they didn't get in all at the same time. But when they come back here, or when they come back to the Hall of Fame for Enshrinement Weekend, it's you see Dr. J next to Shaq. You know what I'm saying? You're where do I look? Who got green eyes in here? No, but you see just these people, and they're telling old stories should we not in the locker room? You know what I'm saying? And when they get to this point in their career, that's all they got. That's not even all they remember, but that's prevalent in their life. You know what I'm saying? These are like when you play basketball at that level, I've heard stories of like people, like my mom used to work in like a nursing home, and there was this guy, and he was a local high school basketball coach, and he just loved the game, and he had dementia. But the man could tell you everything he knew about basketball. He could, like, he would have like these moments where he was like coaching, but there was nobody he coaching. He coached, but his basketball mind, that mentality is sharp. And when you, especially when you get to like enshrinement, and you see these kind of people like, oh, this is a mental thing.
Yeah.
Oh, these people are like how people take their jobs, like they hold a compartment for that.
Yeah.
It's like, or somebody that's an EMT or somebody that's in the army, like they hold a compartment for basketball,
yes.
basketball intelligence and mentality.
Yes.
And when you see all of them together and they get to share that with each other or with the world, I think Enshrinement Weekend is a beautiful time to just be able to learn.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. As somebody who like has to plan events, where do you get the time to actually enjoy it? Because you have to plan and you have to make sure everything goes right, even for it to start. And then when it's starting, you have to make sure everything goes right. Like you were saying, like, I hope he doesn't get hurt. I hope he doesn't get like. Where do you have the time to actually enjoy it without worrying about anything going on?
Oh, you don't. You don't get to plan an event and enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's just how that works, you know. Even enshrinement weekends, like, you know, while the actual enshrinement ceremony, like while that's going on, we're running. You know, our night don't stop. Like we might get a couple seconds where we get to, you know, stop by and in between a poll or two try to watch the show, but for the most part we're moving. And the Basketball Hall of Fame is a nonprofit. Yeah. So everybody that's here invests in here. Yeah. You know, we're a huge organization, we're a small staff. Yeah. It's not as big as everyone may think, but the heart and the work that goes into it, huge. Yeah. You know, if you would look, I know I brought you around a little bit, but if people, like if you would see the office of like that's responsible for doing this, or putting on Enshrinement Weekend, or hosting clinics with the NBA, or working with the Celtics organization, and getting these kids here to have these clinics and to provide it for almost little to no money. It takes work. It takes work and it takes time. So we don't get our enjoyment from it. That's just how we have to have it, you know. We get our enjoyment from the results of it. Yeah. Okay. You know.
What do you like to do outside of work or the basketball or sports? Like, are you a movie watcher, a show watcher, a podcast watcher? Just like to just relax, vacation? What do you like to do?
All of the above. I am a big TV watcher. Okay. I have my list of shows for every day of the week almost. I am a traveler. I like to travel. I like to read. I read a lot of books. What else do I do? For the most part, like when I'm not here, I am the best auntie in the world. Like that's me and my niece, we pretty much do everything I can think of together, if I can, when I do have my time with her. But other than that, I am either at home by choice, and that choice is an easy one, because when I get time to be home, I'm choosing that over everything. No, sure. You could tell me everybody on this wall is going to dinner.
You not going?
And I'm not out of work. And this wasn't planned ahead of time?
Yeah.
I'll see you out the next day. Catch me. I'll send a postcard. Thank you. I admired you being here and thinking of me to go to dinner. But I can't make it. I can't. I love being home. I'm a homebody. Yeah. I love, like you said, like I am, like I don't want to say I'm a shy person, because I'm not really shy, but I'm not outspoken. If I'll sit in silence and talk to nobody but me and the inside of my head, and be okay with that, and think it was a great day. successful.
Yeah. What shows are you watching right now?
Paradise. I'm obsessed with Paradise. Have you seen
That's
that?
that's on Hulu, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't watch season 2 yet. That's what season.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch season 2 yet only because when I watched the first episode, it wasn't on the black dude. So I was
listen,
thrown
you
off.
gotta stay there. You gotta stay there.
I was thrown off a little bit.
I know it throws you off, but that's the best thing about Paradise. It's like a sci-fi thriller. So like where it starts, it's not. But you gotta. You're gonna need that part. Trust me.
What else you watching?
What else am I watching? I'm watching Paradise. I'm watching. Dang, what's this other? It's another show with Eldest Hodge, and he plays a detective. And
That's Cross.
Cross. I was gonna say it's crazy. So I read the book. Yeah. And I don't know what it is about that show.
Yeah.
But it got me.
Yeah.
I'm a goner.
Yeah. Once I see, I don't want to spoil. Once.
I done seen.
It's not a spoiler because it happens like 2 minutes. Like once his wife died, I was like, whoa.
Yeah. That's not a spoiler. Yeah.
I gotta watch this. One thing I just started probably like 2 days ago is Beauty and Black.
I love Beauty and Black.
Yeah.
It's a breath of fresh air.
I just started it probably like 2-3 days ago.
Oh.
I'm on season 2 already.
Oh, okay, all right.
But I'm on probably like episode 3 or 4 of season 2. But Beauty and Black is Charles is my favorite. Charles is my favorite just because he just like he don't care. Like he's just funny. Like he just don't care.
You gonna get what you get. You
That's
like
it. Like
or
Charles
not.
is funny.
Yeah.
Horace is pretty cool. Like he in the middle. Like he want to be mean so bad, but that's not really who you are.
Horace is condescending and projecting all of his life's wrongs onto his children. So I think all the good he does is just to cover up all the bad he does. And I'm like, I don't feel bad for you. Yeah. I like Rain.
Hate the fact that Rain is cool.
I like Rain,
but
Rain be in the way sometimes. I'm like, go sit. It's not your time.
Yeah, like when I just I think last night I was on an episode where they finally get in the house and she's about to go to the club and everything, and they tell him it doesn't matter. They're talking about like Angel and everything, like they thought he died at first. You don't like Angel?
I don't like Angel.
Really?
Angel is the definition of like he's an in the way character. He is like in terms of writing, he is when you want everything to go left.
Yeah.
Just make him show up.
Yeah.
That's it. He don't even gotta do nothing.
Yeah.
He just gonna sit there and just take everything. It's all gonna go wrong.
Yeah.
And if it ain't his fault on purpose, it's his fault on accident. And if it ain't his fault on accident, it's still his fault.
Yeah.
Because he found a way to involve himself into something that had nothing to do with him.
Yeah. What's funny to me is I forget Jules character.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen The Temptations?
Yeah.
The way he acts in The Temptations, he still acts today.
That's my favorite movie. Don't you?
He still acts like that, like with the hand.
Nobody's favorite.
Like he still acts like that, like, and it's just like you're really an actor because you still 20-something, probably 30-something years later, you still
looking the same.
Still act, look, talk the same, and it's crazy. So that Jules is a interesting character.
I love Jules just for that fact.
Yeah.
Like he's an amazing actor. Yeah. Like that's somebody I think is an underrated actor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at his career, he's been in so many things.
Yeah.
Temptations being the hardest.
Yeah.
Like he played the heck out of that role.
Yeah.
And I think he's the only character on there. I think that you see all sides of him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see his family life, you see his work life, you see his club life, you see his actor life.
Yeah.
Like you see all aspects of Jules. Whereas like for the most of them, it's like okay, maybe you'll see work, maybe you'll see family, but for Jules, it's all so interconnected.
And he's able to keep them all out of the way.
All out of the exactly.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
One doesn't know about the other.
And the other, listen, right hand don't know what the left one doing.
Yeah.
And he keeps it like that. So he's the most interesting character to me.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out another show. You ever seen Lucifer
I have.
on Netflix?
I can't get into it.
No?
Can't get into it. Have you ever seen Supernatural?
No. That's my brother's thing.
Love Supernatural. Yeah. Love Supernatural.
Yeah.
I think Lucifer is like a version of it.
Yeah.
But I think they try to modernize. I think they try to modernize Lucifer too much, where they took the story of it. I think if they would have took Lucifer and put it in the setting of Supernatural, or like I think the timing, something I don't know, something about Lucifer throws me off from right now. Like if you want to be the devil of right now, like be like some. It's just we gotta talk.
Lincoln Lawyer. Watch Lincoln Lawyer. No. Very good. It's a show on Netflix. I forget what it's called. But it's about pretty much the Lakers dynasty. With like
yes. So I've seen some of that, but you know, my shtick for the Lakers has kind of put a big hold in that.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like there's a lot of self-disrespect in there.
So you might have to watch Winning Time. Winning Time doesn't have too much.
You're right. Yeah. Maybe that may be a better.
Winning Time
the dynasty. That was just it was rude. If you want to be honest. I just thought it was specifically offensive to me. I felt targeted. Yeah. I did.
So if we're talking about like 10 years from now, do you have a specific goal in mind of what you want to do, or like end goal?
End goal? How old do you think I am?
Not end goal, but like I'm somewhere where like this is what I want to do. Like I'd imagine myself doing this for a very long time.
Yeah. So right now I am going back to school to get my PhD. One of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life.
Did you start already?
No.
Okay.
Starting. But I do want to teach, and I think right now I've been really focusing on that because PhD work is a lot of research and it's a lot of self-teaching. Of course you have your classes, but it's a lot of self-teaching, especially in the communications and business industry. It's a lot of having to do your own research, and especially for Black women and women of color, there's just so much research on us that doesn't exist. I am taking my time with it because I want to start teaching before getting my PhD, so that I can, when I do get my PhD and I do decide to teach on a collegiate, like full-time level, I'll know what I'm doing. I think one thing I've learned about just work in general is try everything. Try everything, and some of it may not work. Some of it may work. Take what you need from it and keep it moving. If it's a fail, take your L, but you did it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you did it and it didn't go right, okay, but you did it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm trying to figure out if I want my PhD. Because I can teach without it, so that's why I want to start teaching first and see, like, okay, maybe I do want to, do this full time and take it to the next level. But if not, then I think I would be okay teaching as an adjunct professor without my PhD. And right now, with just the times and what the cost of education is based on the and the differential between the cost and the value of it, I don't know. I do want my PhD. I want my PhD for myself. I want it for what it can do for Black people and Black women in general in terms of like research and access for us. But we also live in a world where they're turning college degrees into almost nothing. So it's like, do I want to do another $120,000 on a school for you to tell me that I'm actually only going to be making $50,000 off of it per year? Yeah, and it's like, well, what is that going to do for me at this point? So I really want to take my time with it and figure that out. And then I'll know a little bit more. But I would be lying to you if I told you that I am where I thought I would be today, or that I don't even want to say I am where I want to be, because I didn't have an idea. All of going to college, being in college, getting my master's, working at ESPN, working at the Basketball Hall of Fame, it was not, none of this was planned. None of it was planned. And it mostly came from the fact that I didn't think I could.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had that imposter syndrome in for a lot of it in the beginning.
Yeah.
So when things started to happen, it was just like I kind of, I don't want to say fell into the next step or fell into something, or because it didn't, don't let me tell you, it didn't come without work. Before I did apply to ESPN, I applied to thousands and thousands and thousands of places after getting my undergrad degree, and everybody was just like, thanks.
Yeah.
And I just kept applying.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna send you a letter back. Thank you, because next week, guess where I'll be? Back in your inbox.
Yeah.
Sure will.
For sure. I thought about getting my PhD just so I could be called doctor, but then I thought about all the work and it's, I think I'm cool with the masters.
You know, but also I was thinking about an MFA,
Yeah.
which is a Master of Fine Arts, and that has a lot to do with the communications industry and how that, like how we break that down, and you can also teach with that. So I was thinking about that too. So right now I'm kind of weighing my options. I did apply to Temple
To be a teacher or like?
for a PhD, and I took a break.
Oh, but
And I was like, actually, on that application, can you just send it back? Just throw it back to me. Just throw it
yeah,
back.
I'm blaming.
So they sent me that bill. I was like, you know what? Just throw everything down. Just give it all.
Yeah.
Give it all to me.
That's the right decision. But you come be an adjunct at AIC. You got any shout outs before we get out of here?
Oh, okay. No, I'm just kidding. I would. I just, I have to find the time.
Yeah.
I have to find the time right now. This, being at the Basketball Hall of Fame takes up a lot of time, and that's another thing with like my PhD. It's time and value. Like you're paying for this. Not only is it time, but you're paying for it, and you're paying for it by the month.
Yeah.
You know, it's bills. You're paying for research.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine having to pay for data.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, bro,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
Yeah.
Who got time and money for that?
Yeah.
So it's, if I can do it without getting my PhD and I can teach, I'll teach anywhere, honestly. AIC's played a big role in my high school career. I didn't really get to do a lot of things in high school, so I spent a lot of times at AIC going to like their fashion shows and stuff and their events and that they would just put in the community.
Still doing.
Yeah. And I had a lot of family that went there. My brother actually used to go to AIC.
Okay.
So, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I just really want to take my time and make sure that when I do go teach, I'm not doing it just to have something to say. I have something to say that can be of value. You know, don't waste $60,000 on me. I ain't gonna be the reason.
Waste on me, please. You got any shout outs before we get out of here?
Yeah. Shout out to Janine Fondon.
For sure.
Yeah, Janine Fondon. She is someone who, when I was in college at Westfield, she was my communications professor, and she was like, her career has been amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's touched so many, especially in the journalism industry, she's touched so many of the outlets that we know of as icons today, you know, and it's one of those things where it's like, she played a small role with doing big things, you know what I'm saying? And I think the way she passes that forwards and then puts people in positions to make those kind of moves is everything. You know, when she opened up her career to me and like explained to me the places she go, I was like, oh, let me make a list of all the places I'm about to apply for. You know, ESPN being on the list is all these places where I thought that was way too big and way too far for me.
Yeah.
If you make yourself an asset, you'll find a way to get there, or they'll get to you.
Yeah.
You know, and she put a lot of things in just my viewpoint that I didn't know was possible, and after that, it's just figuring out how to get it. Once you see it's possible, you're like, oh, okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
Let me just figure out, okay, well, you did this, you did this, you did this, and then it's possible. And I think the doors that she's opened for me by just making me know what's possible, it's been amazing.
For sure. She's only been at AIC this year, and I didn't know really who she was or anything. Like, but I was just like, oh, we have a black special. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. And then like she just found out I had a podcast and just started, do you want to do this? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was possible.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So I mean, she's been a great help. And I could tell by all the people. She was like, well, do you want to do this? How do you know who that is? You must know something.
Listen,
So,
she's
definitely
been in
gotta-
the journalism streets doing her thing for a long time, and she it knows how to ask the right questions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that journalism thing where she's like, oh, okay, and talking to you. Oh, you do podcasts?
Yeah.
What do you like?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. You need to know this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. Do this.
Exactly.
And
like
that's
that.
how, like, and you like, I didn't know I could.
Yeah. No,
Just email them. Just reach out. And I'm like, just do it. And she's like, yeah, just do it. Just do it. But they don't say no.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been here 5 years, and every professor that's been here has helped me in their own way. But I think her specifically, her access and everything like that, and just knowing these people is, yeah, she's definitely a big help. So shout out to her for sure. You got any other shout outs?
I think that's it.
That's it?
Yeah. Shout out to the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no, for
Yeah.
sure.
Shout out to this place being a nonprofit and everything that we do here. I've only been here for about, I want to say going on 9 months now, 9-10 months. And being from Springfield, you see this huge place, this big old globe, and these celebrities come here every year. But the work that we do here, especially being a nonprofit, it's unmatched. It takes dedication when money ain't there. It takes time when time ain't there, you know, and it takes a lot of investment. This place takes a lot of investment, but the investment is all worthy, and everybody here at the Hall of Fame gives that investment so willingly because they believe in this game and what it does, and not just physically, but the opportunities that it provides for the local community, for the work, like people in China, the world. You know what I'm saying? Like the game of basketball, like the thing that was created in such a, like you go to the YMCA, it's such a small place.
Yeah.
Such a small place, and then you go to Springfield College where it used to be. It's such a small, like
They're gonna have a basketball court.
you know, but they're gonna have a basketball court. The sacrifices that are made for this game in this city and in this place is beyond the world knows, but I think the world appreciates.
Definitely.
You know.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you for letting us record and me sitting at the shack for the first time. And it was a great episode. I appreciate you.
No
Necessary
problem.
Conversations. I'm here, Saleem Messiah, and we out.